I think the remarks are awful, but let's look at this in context. That was said in a private meeting inside the White House. It's not like you might say something really nasty about me off the air, and it really doesn't have that much impact. You come on air and say it officially, now that's a problem. This was a private meeting inside the White House. It was a joke. It was a badly considered joke, an awful joke.
Some are calling for her firing. Do you think that's right?
I don't. I honestly don't.
All right, that was the budget director weighing in on one Kelly Sadler, of course, the White House communications director, who in a private meeting had been talking about John McCain opposed to the president's choice to head the CIA, saying that he's dying anyway. That got out, and there were a lot of people who were calling for Kelly Sadler's head. So far, the administration is not doing that, sticking with her, and Nick Mulvaney saying they should. Back with us, Kathy Timpf, Jonas Max Ferris, Kathy, Areu, and Deirdre Bolton. Deirdre, his argument was, we all say horrible things sometimes about people behind their back, like the stuff I say about you. But kidding. But you know, let it be known. But now it is known. A lot of people know, and I do think that makes a bit of a difference. But what do you think?
Everybody does misspeak. One thing I will say is this aide actually did apparently call Meghan McCain, Senator McCain's daughter. She apologized directly. Also, the CIA director,
Meghan must not have accepted it because she's still.
It's awfully quiet.
View,
it's just,
right?
yes. Also, the nominee, Haspel, for CIA director, said, and she put out an official statement, I have the utmost respect for Senator McCain. I appreciate his thoughtfulness and with which he has approached this nomination process, which I feel like was also very high road of her, because that's the context of it. So,
let bygones be bygones.
It's not great, but a private conversation is private, and the person who said it feels bad and has apologized, in my view, to the appropriate people.
What do you think, Kat?
I think that she needs to be fired. I think that just because it was in private doesn't mean that it was any less despicable. I think that throughout this entire process, the way that people have treated John McCain and the McCain family have been making it a lot harder on everyone than it really needs to be. I think people seem to forget that he's not just a politician, he's a person with a family, he has children, he has grandchildren, and I don't think he should be able to get away with saying something like this and still have a job.
I don't know about losing jobs for jokes. You know, I didn't feel bad about Michelle.
Well, how was it a joke, though? That's what I don't get.
What about Michelle Wolf?
Are
you mad at Michelle Wolf for all the stuff she was saying? Everyone got mad at her, too.
No,
suddenly the press...
but a lot of people got mad at her for making a joke about eyeshadow, but somehow saying this is okay. I don't understand.
But it's a slippery slope advocating firing someone for either misspoken words or words that get out or comments that get out. You'd be firing a lot of people.
I understand, and I've said a lot of things that I maybe regret saying in the past, but I've never said anything like that.
Okay, so you draw the line at
and I don't know
like
a lot of people who have said things like that either. I don't surround myself with people like that.
With gallows humor people? I mean, look,
how is it a joke?
It's a gallows humor joke that is bad, sure, and in private, maybe isn't even funny in private, but at the end of the day, losing your job because your bad gallows humor joke slipped out is like a comedian not getting the next routine. Look, you can't deny that politics is now a reality show. It's only going to get more like this every year. Look at the video we just had before of the two people fighting on the floor. It's going in 5 or 10 years, we're going to look back at these as quaint times like we do like back in the 30 years ago.
Kathy, what do you think of that?
Well, it's a reality show because we have a reality show star as president of the United States. So no, we're not going to elect another reality show star.
Do you draw a distinction between these comments and this comedian said at the correspondence?
Well, this is a comedian. This is a person working in the White House. That's not a private conversation. The White House is our house. It's a public house. So
what if you heard a Trump cabinet official saying, you know, or an Obama cabinet official saying demeaning things about Donald Trump or people around it? Would you hold that to the same standard?
Same standards. Yeah, this is our house. They should be very careful with what they say, and they should politely resign, and they're not going to stand by this person.
You would say that if this was an Obama cabinet member?
Yes.
Really? I want you to look straight at me.
Absolutely. These positions.
You just looked down. You literally just looked.
Sorry, no, I'm looking straight at you. These positions should be taken seriously, and the words that should come out of your mouth should be careful and calculated. And to say something like this,
all I worry about is
White House.
I don't even like when they take television hosts off the air for some comment they made. Any network. I just think it is a slippery slope, and different people judge it differently. I certainly can appreciate what Kat is saying, and what John McCain and who he is and what he's all about. But if we start assigning then different demarcations here,
I mean,
gonna
was it in good taste? Clearly, absolutely not, right? And to your point, there is a difference between the way you behave at work, except for what Neil says about me,
Yeah, you don't
on
even
your
want to
private
know.
time. So she clearly was wrong, but I feel like, okay, she knew she was
But
wrong.
is
and
that
she
a
called it.
review reflected from the top? The president and the Senate have never gotten along, and maybe this was just an accepted view.
Right, and also the president fires people all the time, so it's not like it would be outlandish to get fired over something like this. I think that
It wouldn't be the first one.
It wouldn't be the first one. And again, this wasn't a joke. This was a mean-spirited thing to say. She was
Jonas,
trying
you're
to
saying be
mean.
careful what you wish for.
Yeah, you know, it's the thing that's troubling is the media is now taking on the job of the
Okay.
internet to be for shame people and
right.
decide who should and shouldn't be fired for what bad jokes they said.
All right, my producer's reminding me that I have to cover up all the emails I wrote about you. But, no, we'll never know. We'll never know. It is. Be careful what you wish for, because it can come back at you, folks. That'll do it here. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.